speckle belly, speck, bar belly, tar belly. There's probably some more that I'm not thinking of, but those are all common names for the white-fronted goose, and we get tons of them in Arkansas. That's what we're doing today on Surviving Duck Season.
Surviving Duck Season, offering you the best waterfowl content. Subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell, and don't miss any of our great content. Presented by Mojo Outdoors.
We're watching these snow geese and speckle bellies. They're across the highway over here. We've been watching them do this for a few days, but they're kind of bouncing back and forth from that field to another field over here, and they're using this field over here, and we're kind of set up in between. And we've got a new blind on a property just right here. They haven't actually been in the field yet, but Scott and I feel like that the birds are gonna, you know, we can traffic the birds in here and get them to come in. They use it, you know, in years past we always watch them in there, so it's not that they won't, that we're just kind of going at it blind, but yeah, they're just coming right over the top of the truck right here. I've been sitting in these trees so we're not spooking them too bad, but yeah, I think this is gonna work. So we guide duck and goose hunters every day of the season, and we always want to take people on a quality hunt. We want to make sure that we're not taking them on a trial run. You know, we hope it's going to work. Nothing like that. We've got, you know, 30-something blinds on all of our properties, and they're there for a reason, because we know that they're good spots. We've made it happen there before over the years. But when it's time to go try something out, we have a new field, a new spot, a new stretch of woods, we're not taking guys in there on a trial run. We just don't do that. What we do is, you know, one guide, you know, a couple of guides, a guide takes a few of his buddies, we'll go in, try a spot out, see if we can make it happen. If it works, if we think it's going to make a quality hunt for customers, then we'll take them back in there. Well, that's the exact situation that we have here. Scott and I decide we're going to take a few of our buddies in there and give it a try. Now, this field that I'm looking at is a big field. It's several hundred acres, rice field, and it's flooded all the way across. The water is fairly deep up against the levee where the blind is. It's probably waist deep out till about 15 yards, and then it starts kind of progressively getting shallower. But even, you know, in the sweet spot at like 20 yards, the water is probably knee deep. So we've got a couple dozen floating speckle belly decoys. We also have about 4 or 5 dozen full bodies. Now, how are we going to use the full bodies when there's knee-deep water? What we did was we got really, really long stakes for some of them. We didn't have enough stakes for all of them, so what we did is we took, and there's a lot of stubble, that's rice stubble that's still in the field, and we would take the decoys and just set them on top of the stubble, kind of position them, use that as the way to hold the decoys up, which worked really, really well. And then we also put a couple of dozen snow goose decoys in there. A couple of reasons for that. Number one reason is that the white really, you know, you can see it from a long way away, so it aids in the birds seeing it. Number two, there are a lot of times snow geese that mix in with the speckle bellies. We're seeing that more and more. Used to, they would segregate a lot. Now, more and more, you'll see, you know, a group of several hundred speckle bellies and 10 snow geese in with them. So that's kind of what we're trying to mimic, and that's our setup for the day. Today it's a cloudy day, which is not ideal. At least we have a good wind. Kill him! Now this field has got a lot of really bad tractor ruts. When it came to harvest time, it was very wet because there had been tons and tons of rain. So the farmer rutted the field up really bad. It makes it a lot tougher on retrieving birds. You don't even want to try to go out without a dog in this field. Drop it. Here. Shoot him, boys! Andy! That was a scouting trip turned into a jam up goose hunt this morning. This is a brand new spot, brand new blind, and we've always known it'd be a good spot. It proved to be today. Good girl, Indy. Good, Indy. Okay. Here. Okay. Good. What do you say about that? Should I tell him? Should I tell him?
No, don't tell him.
Oh my gosh, really? Is that the last one?
The last one.
Yeah!
Is it banded?
It is banded.
Look at that.
That's what's up.
As you can see, it worked out really, really well. And to get a band for Scott, you know, was just a bonus for the day. So now, you know, if we can keep the birds in the area, we're going to try to make this happen again. From there on out, the rest of duck season, probably 2 days, maybe 3 days a week, we could carry guys in there, shoot a limit of birds, worked really, really well. Just take a look. Pretty one there.
Shoot him right there, boys. All right.
How in the world did we only kill 2? Kill him!
This is a really, really pretty one here. Look at his belly here. See how black? They call these tar bellies. When they get real mature, older birds, they'll get a lot more black on them, and they almost get all black.
Speckle belly hunting is so good, and I'll tell you something else that's so good: eating speckle belly. Now, if you haven't ever eaten speckle belly, it's phenomenally good. A lot of people say that speckle belly goose is the best to eat of all ducks and geese, and I would have to agree. I love to prepare it. In fact, I prepare it probably once or twice a week at our lodge throughout duck season, and guys absolutely love it. If you want me to show it to you, put it in the comment section below and tell me if you want to see a short video of me giving you my favorite goose and duck recipe. Well, that's all the time we got. If you enjoyed today's video, please give us a like. Thanks for watching Surviving Duck Season. God bless, and we'll see you next time.
Surviving Duck Season, presented by Mojo Outdoors. Also brought to you by High and Dry and RoveItRacks.com.